This is Jonathan and Cassie of Expat Freedom Trail. Welcome back, if you've been here before, and welcome to our channel if you haven't. Let me ask you, have you ever dreamt of a sun-soaked retirement where your hard-earned money isn't chewed up by taxes? If your answer was every day, then you're in the right place, and you're not alone. It may feel like it sometimes, but I promise you aren't. The allure of a tax-efficient retirement abroad has captured the imaginations of many, transforming the golden years into an exciting global adventure. One country that's making waves in this space is the United Arab Emirates, with its recent introduction of a 9% corporate tax law. This change has sparked curiosity and interest among retirees worldwide, but it also raises a few questions. How does this new law work? Who does it impact? And most importantly, how does it affect the dream of a tax-efficient retirement? The UAE is but one option on a growing list of tax-friendly havens for retirees. So, how does it compare to the competition? How does it stack up against other tax-friendly countries? Let's dive in. The UAE recently introduced a 9% corporate tax law, a first for the traditionally tax-free haven. But who does it affect and how? Well, let's get into it. This new law is a significant departure from the UAE's traditional tax-free status. The 9% tax is levied on income earned over a certain threshold, which is set relatively high to ensure that it primarily affects high earners. So, if you're planning on retiring to the UAE on a modest pension, this probably won't affect you. However, if you're considering setting up a business or working part-time in your retirement, you'll need to factor this new tax into your financial planning. It's also important to note that this tax applies to both residents and non-residents who earn income within the UAE. Now, what does this mean for expats considering retirement in the UAE? Well, if you're attracted by the UAE's lifestyle benefits such as its safety, healthcare, and climate, then these positives may well outweigh the impact of this new tax. Moreover, it's worth remembering that the UAE still has several financial advantages. There's no tax on personal income or capital gains, and there's also no withholding tax on interest paid to depositors. Plus, the cost of living can be quite reasonable, especially if you choose to live outside the glitzy city centers. However, if your primary motivation for retiring to the UAE was its tax-free status, then this new law may make other tax-friendly countries more attractive. Places like Panama, Portugal, and Malaysia have long been popular among retirees for their favorable tax regimes and low cost of living. While the introduction of the 9% tax law in the UAE is a significant change, it doesn't necessarily signal the end of the UAE as a desirable retirement destination. It just means that potential retirees need to do a little more homework to ensure that the UAE still aligns with their financial goals and lifestyle preferences. Thus, it's not all doom and gloom. The UAE still has plenty to offer. Beyond tax, there are many reasons why the UAE remains an attractive retirement destination. The country is known for its high standard of living, with a reputation for safety, world-class healthcare, and a year-round sunny climate. It's a place where modernity meets tradition, boasting a rich cultural heritage and an array of lifestyle options that cater to diverse tastes. For retirees looking for an active lifestyle, the UAE doesn't disappoint. From sandy beaches to desert safaris, from golf courses to luxury shopping, there's always something to do. And if you're a foodie, prepare to be spoilt for choice with a culinary scene that's as diverse as its population. The UAE's healthcare system is another significant draw. Ranked among the best globally, it offers state-of-the-art facilities and highly trained medical professionals. And with the country's robust health insurance system, quality medical care is readily accessible. Financially speaking, the UAE holds its own among tax-friendly countries. There's no income tax, no capital gains tax, and no inheritance tax. Does your country offer this? Let us know in the comments below. The new 9% tax law applies only to certain types of income, and even then, it's lower than the rates in many Western countries. The cost of living, while higher than some other tax-friendly countries, is balanced by the absence of certain taxes and the high standard of living. And for those with a bit of financial savvy, the UAE presents opportunities for tax-efficient investment and wealth growth. But what about community? Well, the UAE is home to a vibrant expat community, making it easy to find like-minded people and build a social network. Plus, English is widely spoken, making day-to-day interactions and settling in that much easier. So the UAE still holds its own. But how does it compare to other tax-friendly countries? Let's take a look, shall we? Ready for a whirlwind tour of other countries that offer a tax-friendly retirement? Here we go. When you're planning to spend your golden years abroad, you want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck. So, let's see how the UAE stacks up against some other popular retirement destinations. First up, we have Panama. This Central American gem is known for its pensionado program, which grants retirees a slew of benefits, including tax breaks on property and imported household goods. The cost of living is low, and the healthcare system is commendably good. However, keep in mind that while Panama is tax-friendly, it's not tax-free, unlike the UAE. Next, we head over to the European continent to Portugal. Portugal has a non-habitual resident program that allows new residents to receive foreign income such as pensions, tax-free for 10 years. Portugal scores extremely high on healthcare and safety, but the cost of living is higher than in Panama. Let's now jet off to Southeast Asia, to Malaysia. Malaysia's My Second Home program allows foreigners to stay on a long-term basis on a multiple-entry social visit visa. That's a tongue twister. The cost of living is incredibly low, healthcare is top-notch, but it's the sense of community that really shines here. However, Malaysia does have a relatively complex tax system, so it's worth getting professional advice. Now, these are just a few examples of the tax-friendly countries out there. Each of them has its own unique set of benefits, and the best one for you will depend on a variety of factors, such as your lifestyle preferences, healthcare needs, and financial situation. Keep in mind that tax-friendly doesn't always mean tax-free. In some countries, you might not pay income tax, but you could be subject to other types of taxes, like property or capital gains tax. In the UAE, the new 9% tax law only applies to certain types of income, and there are no taxes on personal income or capital gains. Plus, remember to consider the cost of living. While some countries might offer attractive tax incentives, the cost of living could be high, potentially offsetting the tax savings. Conversely, a country with a low cost of living, like Panama or Malaysia, could turn out to be more affordable overall, even if the tax benefits aren't as substantial. Another crucial factor is healthcare. Some countries have excellent healthcare systems, while others may leave something to be desired. So, it's essential to research what healthcare services are available and how much they cost. Finally, consider the sense of community and safety. After all, retirement should be about enjoying your time, feeling secure, and building new relationships. As you can see, the world is full of tax-friendly retirement options, but how can expats navigate the UAE's 9% tax? The 9% tax doesn't have to be a deal-breaker. With some savvy planning, you can still enjoy a tax-efficient retirement in the UAE. Navigating this new financial landscape may seem daunting, but don't let it deter you from the many benefits of retiring in the UAE. First, it's key to understand your tax obligations. Remember, this 9% tax isn't across the board. It applies to certain incomes, so it's crucial to know where your income streams fall. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could also mean savings. Second, consider diversifying your income. Having multiple income sources can provide a buffer, and some of these might not be subject to the 9% tax. Look into options like investments, pensions, and rental income. Third, explore tax-efficient investments. Some investments are designed to minimize your tax liabilities. For example, certain types of bonds can offer tax-free interest. It's all about making your money work for you. That said, financial planning can be a complex process, especially when tax laws are involved. This brings us to one of the most important points. Seek professional advice. A tax professional or financial advisor can provide personalized guidance tailored to your situation. They can help you understand the nuances of the UAE's tax law, plan your finances, and optimize your tax situation. Remember, the goal isn't just to avoid taxes, it's about understanding your obligations, planning accordingly, and making strategic decisions that align with your retirement goals. With the right advice and planning, your dream of a tax-efficient retirement in the UAE can still become a reality. As you navigate this journey, keep in mind that every situation is unique. What works for one person may not work for another, and vice versa. It's about finding the right balance that suits your lifestyle, financial situation, and retirement goals. With the right advice and planning, the UAE can still be a financially smart choice for retirement. So take that step, seek advice, plan wisely, and you could be on your way to a fulfilling tax-efficient retirement in the UAE. But don't just take our word for it. Let's hear from some expats who've made these tax-friendly countries their retirement homes. From the sun-soaked sands of the UAE to the tropical tranquility of Panama, the world is brimming with tax-friendly havens for retirees. And who better to share their insights than the expats who've already set up shop in these countries? Take Sarah, for instance, a British expat who traded rainy London for Dubai's shimmering skyline. Despite the 9% tax law, she believes the UAE still offers a competitive edge. She says the 9% tax was a curveball, but even with that, the cost of living is still lower compared to back home. Plus, the lifestyle here is simply unbeatable. Then we have Robert, an American retiree living the Pura Vida life in Panama. He tells us, Panama's Pensionado program is a game changer. It offers discounts on everything from medical services to entertainment, and the best part, there's no income tax on foreign earnings. But it's not just about the financial aspect, it's also about the sense of community and quality of life. Just ask Maria, a retiree from Portugal. She shares, the Portuguese people are incredibly welcoming and the healthcare system is top-notch. Add to that, Portugal's non-habitual resident program makes it a tax haven for retirees like me. And let's not forget Malaysia, a favorite among expats. According to Archer, an Australian retiree, Malaysia's My Second Home program, combined with its low cost of living and high standard of healthcare, makes it an attractive option. As these expats show, a fulfilling, tax-efficient retirement is possible, whether you choose the UAE or another tax-friendly country. The key lies in understanding the tax laws, planning your finances wisely, and choosing a destination that aligns with your retirement goals and lifestyle preferences. Remember, it's not just about saving on taxes, but also about enjoying your golden years in a place that feels like home. Retiring abroad is a big decision with many factors to consider, not least of which is tax. We've discussed the UAE's new 9% tax law and how it could affect those considering the Emirates as their retirement haven. We've also highlighted the lifestyle and financial perks that make the UAE an attractive option. But the world is a big place, and there are other tax-friendly countries out there, like Panama, Portugal, and Malaysia. Each has its own unique blend of benefits and considerations. The key takeaway here is that knowledge is power. Understanding the nuances of tax laws, both at home and abroad, is crucial for making an informed decision. And remember, the new tax law in the UAE isn't necessarily a deal breaker. What taxes are you responsible for in your country? We'd love to know. What are your taxes going towards? Do you know? Is what they're going for in line with your internal beliefs? Let us about them and how you feel about them in the comments below. With proper planning and professional advice, you can navigate these financial waters successfully. Remember, everyone's circumstances are different. So do your research, seek professional advice, and choose the retirement destination that's right for you. So, what do you think? Are the benefits of considering the UAE greater than in your home country? How does the place you call home stack up? Let us know in the comments. We're interested in a comparison. This is Jonathan and Cassie signing off from Expat Freedom Trail. Be happy, stay healthy, and forever live free.